rough science. Our 5 scientists are still marooned on their Mediterranean island, pitching their wits against another seemingly impossible set of tasks. We've lived here quite long enough for the novelty of living without electricity to thoroughly wear off. So, can our team introduce a power grid to our little spot of wilderness? And we've had some complaints. Jonathan keeps getting headaches, probably because he thinks too much. The mics are losing their hair in handfuls because of all the stress. And we're all scratched to bits from rummaging through the bush. We need remedies, and we need them fast. And all this as ever in just 3 days. Pharmacy. Michael, are you going to be able to cure all our various ailments?
Of course, no problem. Anna's flower power, yes. My magic solvent. No problem.
Sounds more like a party, actually. I think I'll be along. And, now, this power grid does seem a little ambitious. Is it doable, do you think?
I think so. I've got a fair idea I know what to do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just keeping it under wraps, though.
Yes.
I don't know about power grid, but producing power, I've got some ideas as well.
Oh, hang on, have we got a bit of a battle going on? A bit of a head-to-head?
Competition, I think. Two different approaches to a similar problem.
OK. Vanessa, I think you might have to referee this one.
That might be.
So, a bit of competition to spice things up. And a very tough challenge, to build a generator and somehow harness the energy to drive it. And lurking somewhere out here on our island wilderness are the plants containing the natural chemicals to treat our ailments. Anna and Mike's first task, to begin to convert this old prison cell into a pharmacy to extract and dispense their remedies. While downstairs, the power team are finalising plans to bring their very own industrial revolution to this tranquil spot. And good old Jonathan's come up with an environmentally friendly scheme.
And so you can imagine the wind coming along.
Yes.
These blades are at a slight angle, and that catches the wind and the thing turns.
Right.
OK?
OK. He's planning a windmill to drive his homemade generator.
So as this turns, this magnet passes the coil and induces a voltage into the coil. And we can take the voltage away, so.
Well, it looks beautiful, but I take it, Mike, that you don't agree.
Yeah, I've got a different idea, and I'm going to use a different power source.
You would?
I'm going to use steam. I'm going to make a simple steam turbine. And the main reason being, I think, that rather than having something big and slow-moving and powerful, we need something small that turns very, very fast.
Okay. So, a fundamental disagreement on how to proceed. Could be interesting. Mike's leaving his steam turbine till later and getting started on his generator.
Right. This bit of rusty drain pipe is magnetic. So I'm going to use it to form the wire coil around.
Jonathan's going with wood and working flat out on what will be the hub of his windmill.
OK, this is the central bit. So when I've cut this circle out here, the axle's going to go through the middle here, and I'm going to have the sails coming off various angles from the central bit.
Anna's off hunting medicinal plants to stock our pharmacy shelves. An ethnobotanist, she's an expert on plants and how people have used them through the ages.
80% of the world's population still relies on medicines that come chiefly from plants. Plants are such amazing things, and a nice way to think of them is really as little chemical factories full of all sorts of active ingredients that have been keeping us, most of us, fit and healthy since time immemorial.
Back at base, Mike's scavenging equipment to build his own chemical factory. And he needs to make some alcohol to help him extract those precious ingredients from Anna's plants. So I've decided to give him a bit of a head start. This is rotten fruit, fine alcohol.
I think I have a solution.
There you go. Off you go. Don't drink it all at once. Meanwhile, the race for power is hotting up. Mike's knocked up a baby water wheel to turn his generator, while Vanessa and Jonathan are still struggling with their windmill.
OK, that's going to be long enough for the blade, yeah?
Yeah. Let's see how heavy it is. Oh, no, that's really light. Oh, they're excellent.
They're really light, yeah. It's not very...
There's a little bit of competition between me and Jonathan. I mean, it's friendly competition. It's, But also, I suppose neither of us want to look a monkey.
So only 11
more.
more to go.
Yeah.
Cheers.
It's taken you 2 hours to do this already.
No, it hasn't taken 2 hours.
This is going to be the axle, but it's got to be a fairly tight fit so that when the water wheel turns, it turns the armature. And that's just about perfect, I think. I think I'm ahead at the moment, but only just. I think it's a close race, to be honest.
Having bagged some rosemary for a headache cure, Anna's searching for the one product no self-respecting pharmacy can be without, an antiseptic. And she's just spotted something at the top of a crag.
Oh, look at this beautiful myrtle in bloom. That's going to come in really handy. All parts of the plant contain a wonderful oil that is antiseptic and has got other medicinal properties. And, you know, it'd be perfect if we could get Mike to help me get some oil out.
What Mike needs to extract the antiseptic is a solvent. And that's where the alcohol comes in.
That should be enough.
The fermenting slop is a mixture of lots of water and a little alcohol. The trick will be to separate the two.
Yeah, I think I can handle this, Mike.
Yeah. But it doesn't really matter.
I'm just winding this around here, yeah?
That's right, yeah.
Keeping it nice and tight on there.
You'll have my help with that.
Yeah, I can do that.
I mean, the most important thing is just to stop it snagging.
Yeah.
And it needs maybe 1,200 windings.
1,200?
Yeah. Where do you think you got the job?
Grinding up glass in an old metal cistern may not be standard operating procedure for most chemists, but this one has a little trick up his sleeve.
This is a mixture of the alcohol and the water. I'm just filling a third full. It's no stronger than wine at the moment, so it's not a flammability risk. This sand is a gentle form of heating. We don't want any flames, but we obviously want to heat this liquid mixture, which is water and alcohol. The alcohol boils at a lower temperature, at 78 degrees Celsius. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. And they're quite close in temperature. So we've got glass in here. So this is kind of what's called a fractionating column. It provides a surface area and increases the efficiency of the separation of the alcohol from the water.
I feel like a little spinner woman sat in the corner winding my yarn over here.
This is a modification for extra power.
Oh, brilliant.
Well, not for you.
Oh, beautiful. Look, the flowers.
So nearly there.
That's
3 o'clock and the first test flight for the windmill.
Okay, that's about good. This
It's a
come
bit
round.
wobbly. Is that okay?
Yeah, I think so. I just want to get where the centre of weight is. Okay, let go. Wow.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Hey.
And it's going
There's
round!
no wind yet. Perhaps it's just... yeah.
Do that again.
Ow!
Sorry, Vanessa.
Oh, here we go. Let's see if there's any wind.
There it goes. Look at that.
And what on earth's going on in our pharmacy?
Mike, can I come in?
If you
I've got
get-
my goggles on.
Yeah, come in.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at this. It's looking so beautiful up
That's
here.
good.
You and Anna have been slaving away. Set
Yep.
designing.
We have indeed, yeah.
It's fantastic. God, this looks like a space rocket.
It's our alcohol still.
Is it? Is that legal?
Well, we're not going to drink it. It's not safe for drinking.
Oh, isn't it?
No.
That's a bit of a shame.
That's what your mush ended up like.
Really? What, all
that-
that rotten fruit?
That's alcohol.
So how did you get it to that?
What happens is that the hot sand here, heated by the fire, is a gentle form of heating.
Right.
The alcohol vapour, with a bit of water vapour, comes up through the tube.
Yeah.
And it's got a cold surface, this, and it just condenses to a liquid. And the liquid collects in there.
And the water...
As day one draws to a close, Mike Leahy seems to have the upper hand. He's built his water wheel and almost finished his generator. Well, it's not quite as pretty as Jonathan's, Mike.
I was just about to say, you're impressed. That's quite a nice pink. No, it's not. It's functional, though.
OK.
It's very functional.
So just run me by again how this is going to work, because at the moment it does look a little odd.
Right. Well, this is going to hold magnets.
Right.
Here and there. As we turn this,
Yeah.
which in effect kinetic energy, you know, it's movement,
Yeah.
these wires will cut through the magnetic field.
Which is running from here to here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that'll induce an electrical current within these wires.
Right.
Which I can then harvest from this end.
Fantastic. And have you got your little wheel?
Yes, so the wheel will plug on here. And hopefully we'll be talking... Whoops, that's bent. About that sort of speed. Right. And I think that'll be sufficient.
That'll be sufficient. Mike's not the only one to get his wheel spinning.
Wow, look at
this.
What the hell is it?
It's an amazing erection.
It'll never fly.
It might.
Pretty impressive, isn't it? Brilliant contraption.
I think Leonardo would be proud of that, Jonathan.
It's the end of day one and time for tea on the terrace and the first of Anna's natural remedies, a cure for headaches.
So I've made you some rosemary tea, and if you'd like to take a little...
I think Vanessa might have to have some after having her head bashed by the blades a couple of times as well.
Floating about in there, do you?
Go on, you first.
How did you make
It should be really uplifting. It's just the tips, a few flowering tips with some hot water boiled on it. It's an infusion.
We're pharmacists you can trust.
Left it for about 5 minutes.
I want Jonathan to try it first.
It's a classic remedy for headaches.
It is nice.
And
It's
migraine
lovely.
and, you know,
It's
just
really nice.
generally making you feel better, so...
I've been given the job of making up the fire for Mike's generator while he's in there fiddling with his wheel.
How's it going? Oh, you've got your magnets on.
Yeah, it's just the finishing touches. I've put the magnets on now, either side of the coil.
And what are these nails for?
Well, they're brushes. They're called brushes.
Right.
And you can imagine what would happen if I was trying to take a wire off this and turning it. After a couple of rotations, they'll just twist and snarl up.
Yeah.
So this is like a sort of sliding connection. The current's taken from the wire through this bit of copper piping onto the nail.
Good. So you're pretty confident?
I am. There is a problem. There's quite a lot of friction, especially on these brushes. And I'm a little bit worried about whether the steam will turn it, but there's only one way to find out.
Test it.
Test it.
Mike, it's steaming!
Let's see. It's close.
Well, you're going to give it a helping hand to start off?
Yeah.
Go on then. Do I have to stand and blow?
Something tells me this is never going to work.
It's those windings. They're so damn
Oh,
heavy.
you don't blame me that it's not working, you cheeky.
That was a bit too much. You fancy doing some unwinding?
No, I'm not unwinding them. You're going to unwind it yourself.
No, that's not going to go, is it?
It's not going anywhere. You need a hamster to run round in it.
Things aren't quite going to plan, and even the weather's taken a turn for the worse. But having dodged the downpour, Anna's back and getting started on extracting our antiseptic oil.
What I'm doing is I'm putting the leaves and the berries of this lovely myrtle into this jar. And after that, I'm going to tip some alcohol onto the whole thing, make sure it's soaked and covered. I'm going to heat the whole lot up and collect it in that way using the apparatus that I'm just about to assemble here.
Are you a happy boy?
Wow, it's storm brewing or what?
Amazing.
We're still very sheltered here, aren't we, by the walls?
Yeah.
I think we ought to move it somewhere else. Because there's obviously wind, you can see the trees moving and things.
Yeah.
It's
really,
good news.
The clouds
Yeah, I'm
are
happy.
really whipping across,
I'm
aren't
happy.
they? Look at it! It's really going now.
We have to get the thing out a bit more, I think.
Yeah. Water wheel, Mark II.
3 guesses who this design was inspired by. If you can't beat them, join them, I reckon. That little wheel didn't work. This big one certainly will. I hope Jonathan doesn't get jealous or think I'm a copycat, but I'm a copycat. And I can even cut a circle nearly as well as he does. Maybe.
Jonathan's building his generator into his windmill and taking a very different approach to Mike. Instead of spinning his coil, Jonathan's decided to spin his magnets to get those electrons flowing.
So as they turn, it's going to be on the windmill like this. We'll have a coil fixed here. And as the windmill turns, these would
They
turn.
go through the coil.
And they'll go the coil will go past them, yeah.
So, how are Hannah and Myrtle?
We're doing just fine. How are you?
I'm great. Look at this. Look
What have
at
you got?
the first fruit of the Castaway Distillery Company.
Incredible.
Alcohol.
And what is it?
Neat alcohol.
Oh, goodness. Can I drink some?
You certainly can't, no.
Why is that then?
Because of the killie.
Oh, that's a pretty good reason.
There we are. Well, I'll pour the alcohol in
Right.
over
Let's look
here
after
where it's a
this.
little safer.
Yeah, okay.
Should do.
The coil's on, the magnets are spinning, and the windmill power plant is up and running. Is Jonathan going to get there first? Mike's worried.
That looks pretty impressive, doesn't it?
It's basically going all the time.
But Jonathan still has his doubts.
The main problem, if you look at the magnet spinning round,
Yeah.
yeah, there's quite a gap between the coil because it wobbles a bit, you see.
Right.
I couldn't get it really close. So I don't know, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I
Well-
like the pink wires.
Let's see
Wow.
if it works. Go on then.
Stand back, you know.
Yeah, if it blows.
We might be blinded by the
By
brightness.
fragments of glass. Right.
Not a sausage, Jonathan.
Well, it's very bright out here, actually. I can't see it,
Try
but...
shading it.
No. No.
It's not working. Oops. Not quite so low.
Okay,
Mind
baby,
your
we're ready
fingers.
to
That's
rock and
hot,
roll.
remember.
There
Okay.
we go. You see, what's going to happen is, because
Yeah.
that's boiling, that will,
Yeah.
will be boiling in
Yeah.
a tick, it'll heat the alcohol up.
Uh-huh.
And the alcohol will evaporate, it'll turn
Yeah.
into a gas,
Yeah.
and the gases will
Rise
rise
up
up
the
here.
tube.
But because this is cold,
Yeah.
they'll just drop back into there. So it's just
Fantastic.
constantly recycling the alcohol.
Excellent, and that way we get it stronger too.
That's right. Yeah, and the
Yeah.
alcohol would just extract
Brilliant.
the stuff that you want for your,
Yeah.
for your pharmacy.
Well, I hope it will.
Yeah, of course it will.
Fantastic.
Steam's up, and it's Mike's moment of truth.
It's just like being in the engine room, like Thomas the Tank Engine. Chug, 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 chug.
It's beautiful, though.
It is
The simplicity
Okay,
of
don't
it
you
all.
think this says something about Mike? And Jonathan?
I think both of
Jonathan
them-
has this elegant,
Oh,
well
joys
thought
of-
out design, beautiful standing out there.
Which doesn't-
Mike's got two oil drums that he probably carried up here, one under each arm, and a wheel made out of a cereal packet.
It's all right. Yeah.
Perhaps this machine is actually making the wind that's making my wind generator go.
It's not very practical, though, is it, Mike? Should we try and at least test the bulb with the generator? Could
Yeah, this generator's top notch.
We'll just do it to keep you happy, just to show that something you've made today worked. Right. Spin that wheel, Leahy. Yeah. Oh, no, there is a glow.
There's
There
definitely
is a glow.
Wow, brilliant.
But he has to
Look
run
at
round
that.
That's pretty good.
100% steam power.
it. You should do that.
End of day 2, and one industrial revolution of sorts.
Train an animal to do it.
Mike, you're not still fiddling with this, are you?
I mean, this whole generator's a bit heavy for the steam generator, to be perfectly
I
honest.
refuse to light any more fires and carry any more water. Sorry, walk out. Employee walk out time.
Yeah, you can see I've got industrial relations problems.
you have. What about you, Jonathan?
Well, the windmill works really well, but the generator is no good at all, really.
No.
I mean, I could spend a couple of days on it, probably get a little bit more.
Is there
It's
like
never gonna be
any
as good as that.
possibility that you two might call a truce
What do you
and
mean?
use his windmill with your generator?
It's probably the only way, actually.
We have thought about it, yeah.
Okay.
Has Vanessa finally talked some sense into them? Are we on the verge of a scientific breakthrough?
You see, this windmill's got loads of power,
Yeah.
which she doesn't really need for driving this little generator. But Mike's generator, which is really powerful and everything, needs quite a lot of energy.
Because it's so heavy.
But the steam wasn't powerful enough, you
Yeah.
see, so this is perfect, really, for his. We got it the wrong way round, didn't we?
He doesn't seem sure. He doesn't want to admit it, does he?
So I could use a smaller armature in mine, you see.
I reckon we ought to have a pulley here attached to this, and then maybe a band which drives up to his generator. And, you know, we have enough power to turn it.
Will it work? Can you put that box up there? Won't it make the whole thing really unstable?
There's only one way to find out.
Yeah.
Right,
Put a little
I'll
bit
leave you
from
to it then.
From the rain.
We're still waiting for the antiseptic, and just hours until the pharmacy's due to open its doors.
Certainly changed the colour of the leaves and the fruit, having been immersed in this alcohol.
Wow, look at this. There's a lovely seed of harmony amongst you all now. This is your pulley.
Yeah.
The new collaborative approach is paying off. The pulley's done and Vanessa's redesigned the windmill.
New paddles, just a little bit more surface area. I mean, if you look at the size of that, compared to that, we've sort of added the same surface area again. So it should be a bit more powerful. Even more powerful.
Even more powerful. Are you still turning that thing?
This is amazing now. Because Jonathan's taken his windmill apart, I've got more magnets. So you can see that really means business. The only thing is it's pulling this flimsy bit of metal. Each time it turns, it's pulling this. They're amazing, yeah, especially with all that.
One final traditional remedy, and a little surprise for Mike Leahy.
Poor old Mike. I don't think he's got any idea that he's going to have a treatment for his baldness with nettles. But rather him than me, I think.
I don't think even with that.
OK, can someone hold this?
Got it.
That might just clear with the base on. If not, we might have to put something else on.
Yeah, you see, it's just not high enough.
Put the house on
So how much
stilts.
have we got to raise it by?
Can you fit the new fingers in there?
We have got to take them.
OK. You hold.
It's a friendly business, this science, isn't it?
Do you come here often? It's one Vanessa palm width, is it?
And that gives it just about enough.
It's about four
fingers.
about four fingers.
OK.
Slightly more.
There you are, Anna. There's your oil in alcohol.
Beautiful. Look at that lovely colour. Well done. So now all we've got to do is strain the leaves out and then evaporate the alcohol.
That's right.
Right?
Yep.
Good.
I think that's ready for filtration, and that's crude myrtle extract. Pretty good.
Are they about to bring power to the prison?
Should put the fennel on. Probably put the fennel.
Well, we've got fennel here for flatulence, we've got nettles for hair loss, and we're going to have a hot oil in there, carrot seeds, for chapped skin.
Couldn't have aphrodisiacs.
I don't think so. Sorry.
Oh, here we go. Wow.
Why is it flashing?
Well, actually it's slipping, that's why. It just needs to be a bit tighter, I think, the diamonds.
Right, it's time to strain those nettles. Okay. It's a nice colour.
It's running
Look
through.
at that. Great.
And with well-stocked shelves, our island pharmacy is almost ready to open.
Well, here we are, end of the day, and what do you think of this, guys? Isn't it fantastic?
Incredible.
What is it?
What is it?
It's the latest thing in garden ornaments.
Jonathan, you tell us.
Well, I'm the name who runs it. This is the windmill, as you probably guessed. And it's all working now.
One small problem.
No wind.
So I'm going to shoot myself right
No, you're
now.
not. You're going to make it work.
You can make it work anyway, can't you, Jonathan?
Anyway, I've wired it up to something special in the lab, so you better go and have a look.
Come on,
Okay.
let's go.
Okay, brilliant. Look at this, isn't it just fantastic?
It's so pretty.
Let's look at these. Jonathan! Crank it up!
It's lovely.
Isn't that brilliant? Ah, yes, this is what we need. Treatments.
What we've got.
Oh, it's a bit smoky in here, guys.
These are our working. Sit down there.
What have you got then?
Kate, this is for your scratch legs. Antiseptic, it's myrtle.
Do I just put it on like a lotion?
Myrtle.
Sorry, Mike, I'm just going to borrow you.
If it doesn't cure it, your leg will fall off.
Thanks, Mike.
Loads of compliments, Mike.
It feels lovely. It feels very soothing.
And I've got something for Mike. It's actually something that will restore your hair to its former.
Little hair.
It's lovely.
What is it?
It's nettle hair tonic. Next to my pharmacy.
Have you Sorry, Mike.
Mr. Leahy, here we have some dried fennel seeds to stop you farting.
Rough Science continues at PBS Online. Point your browser to pbs.org.